Coming up, you will be learning with style with Sylvia Bridges on Well Defined.
And we're hitting the yard to hear from you on Capitol Hill.
All this and much more, you're watching Topicality.
Have you ever found yourself in a political discussion where a single confusing term completely derails the conversation?
Or have you felt completely left out because the conversation was going over your head?
Well, we're here to empower you with the vocabulary you need to be involved in your democracy.
I'm your host, Bailey Boyce.
And I'm Sylvia Bridges, and this is Well Defined.
First up, manifesto. Simply put, it's a political playbook, a public declaration of policies and goals by a party or leader. Project 2025, for example, is a 900-page policy agenda created by conservative think tanks outlining a roadmap for the next Republican administration. It calls for major changes to the federal government, including restructuring agencies and rolling back progressive policies. Like other manifestos, it signals what its supporters want to accomplish if given power. Manifestos often deal with civil liberties, which are the freedoms that protect us from government outreach, like speech, religion, and fair trials. These rights outlined in the U.S. Bill of Rights are the center of major debates. For example, government surveillance programs spark concerns about privacy, while voting restrictions raise questions about election integrity versus voter suppression.
But who holds the power to enforce these policies? That's where centralization of power comes in. When authority is concentrated in one entity, like a national government or leader, it can reshape political systems. Russia's Vladimir Putin has steadily consolidated power while China's government operates under strict central control. In contrast, the U.S. follows federalism, dividing power between states and the national government. Now, let's talk about Agenda 47.
This is Donald Trump's proposed plan for his 2025 campaign, focused on economic growth, immigration reform, and reducing Washington bureaucracy. What he calls draining the swamp. A big part of it, dismantling what he describes as the deep state, which brings us to our next term.
The deep state refers to the belief in unelected officials and intelligence agencies secretly influence government policy. Some call it a conspiracy theory, while others point to real cases like the Watergate scandal, where officials covered up illegal activities. Most recently, debates over intelligence agencies involved in election probes have reignited the discussion. So, where do these ideas come from?
Often political think tanks. These organizations research policies and shape political debates. For example, the Brookings Institution leans liberal, while the Heritage Foundation influences conservative policies on tax reform and healthcare. Think tanks provide the research that fuels political arguments on both sides.
Finally, let's break down sanctions. Politically, being sanctioned means facing penalties like the economic restrictions the U.S. placed on Russia after the invasion of Ukraine. But sanction can also mean officially approved, like when Congress adds as sanction a new law. Same word, two different meanings. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you feel more equipped to engage in the conversation that shapes our future. I'm Sylvia Bridges.
And I'm Bailey Boyce.
And you're watching Well Defined.
Hey Panthers, it's time to share your voice, hear fresh perspectives, and be a part of the conversation. I'm Autumn Bishop. Welcome to Captain.
All right, so I'm here with
Marcus.
Destiny,
Sydney,
India, Brianna.
Hi, my name's MJ.
Yara, Corbin.
Manuel.
Okay, and the first question is, do you consider yourself woke?
Of course.
Expand on that.
I definitely consider myself more of a leftist than anything else. But I definitely try to look at both sides of the aisle. Like, what are they talking about over there? Make sure it's like inflate. The craziness isn't inflated by the left side. But more times than not, it's always just as crazy as the left side. Sorry. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely know issues. I mean, like, yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I consider myself woke. I wouldn't consider myself woke. I would consider myself somebody who's very aware and very selective of what they give their time and energy to.
That's a good answer.
I'd like to think so. I mean, as a poli-sci major, I want to be a civil rights attorney, and I feel like that's the kind of thing you would hope you're woke for, realizing people's, issues on the outside world. I like to think I attend to people's issues and advocate for such.
That's true.
I don't like the word woke like that. Because, the context of it is supposed to represent somebody that's, I guess, too conspiracy-oriented within the Black community. It's not like a term to use for, people that, just want others to live the same way they think.
That's true. Yeah. But second question is, how do you guys feel about Project 2025 and Agenda 47?
Agenda 47?
I have not heard of it.
I have not heard of that one.
I haven't seen Agenda 47, but Project 2025, I definitely don't agree with it at all. I do think it's something that a lot of people thought wasn't real, or people thought, it wouldn't affect them.
Yeah.
But now once he's in office and they're seeing how it's not only affecting us, but affecting themselves as well, now everybody kind of has this remorse or this kind of sad, guilty feeling, but it's kind of too late already. So
It is too late.
I think that we should definitely just try to stick together and continue to push through like we have done before.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware of Project 2025?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
Partners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even think to do it.
It's really saddening, just seeing that, just seeing how we're kind of repeating history right now.
Yeah.
I am very much aware. I feel like if you're not, you should be. That's something you should be aware, because it's definitely, for me, I feel like a personal threat to the Black community and a threat to equality in general, honestly. For everybody. It's not something that, it's something that we need to pay more attention to because it's happening quick.
Yeah.
So
What's the biggest thing that points out to you?
Just the whole stuff. It really, all of it, if you analyze it as a whole, it feels like we're going back to where we were before. With the equality, the DEI, the school systems, all of that, it just seems like we're, going back in time.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you feel about Project 2025?
As a chemistry major, I plan on working for the EPA. So in Project 2025, it's basically saying how they're going to cut. They already have, actually. I didn't even get an internship this semester because they emailed me hey, due to certain executive orders, we're cutting down on interns.
Oh wow.
So I didn't even get an internship this semester.
Due to government cuts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think whenever Trump stopped government cuts, which was in Project 2025, that stopped our research here for a week.
Dude.
So
with Doge, because they were cutting off stuff. Wow.
So yeah,
crazy.
I'm already a thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-numbing to just see all this legislation take place and just me not be able to do something about it. Feel me? But yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't like Agenda 47 either. It's not even better, really.
No, it's not. It's really the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's affecting public schools. It's even affecting our college. So yeah, it's not good. Agenda 47, it's really the same thing, because it's about mass deportation. It's about defunding public education, allocating the funds to private owned businesses. So it's really the same thing. Agenda 47 is just co-signed by Donald Trump.
Okay. The third question is, are you politically engaged, and how do you stay up and keep up the news?
I'm definitely politically engaged more than my friends are. I keep up with, like I said, keeping up with what the right is talking about on Twitter. that's their playground.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly just TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok, my mom sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, TikTok. Honest. Yeah.
Instagram is full of lies. So
Oh, yeah.
Instagram is like, you look up like I remember when Trump won the election, if you looked up Democrat, nothing would show up. So I definitely don't really follow Instagram, but like anything I do see on Twitter or TikTok, I'd like research it more. Just regular on Safari or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good. Yeah, no, Instagram Reels is crazy. Instagram Reels is crazy, and they're doing a lot of censorship on TikTok. And I checked on like ChatGPT too, on like AI sites. Like, there's a bunch of censorship too.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, social media, like other people spreading awareness, and me, you know, honestly, like kind of like a domino effect. Like I spread it, then other people spread it, then I take it from them, spread it more, stuff like that. Like just advocating like around, like, because you know I'm a younger generation, so social media is definitely like a big part in how I stay aware.
Yes. TikTok has definitely become like my main source of like news information and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I go on the app and I'm just seeing thing after thing after thing about, and I'm appreciative because I know I wouldn't have gotten that knowledge anywhere else. Like I don't watch the news, honestly. I don't really like read newspaper articles or anything like that unless they catch my eye. So it's just like, definitely TikTok.
I stay engaged just by simply listening and sometimes looking up articles or seeing what comes up. But most of the times, you know, I'm not really big on social media. I'm not really internet kind of person. I like to be at home, relax, watch movies, watch TV.
I've been listening to podcasts lately. I've been trying to listen to more like news podcasts. And I, for a little bit, subscribed to the New York Times, but I quickly took that back. Save some money.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
You have to pay. They have like a student discount. It was cute for a little bit, but yeah, just podcasts. Yeah, I did like the daily recent updates, just like a quick run through of like current events. Yeah.
You guys politically engaged, and how do you guys feel about being civically engaged?
Like, in a way, I be politically engaged by just reposting stuff so people are like more aware about the issues that we got going on today. So that's pretty much all I do.
Yeah, that's really good.
Trying to make sure people are aware of what's going on. Finding ways to try to fix it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for your answers. 100%. Yes.
Do I want to be politically engaged? Not really. I can explain. Mainly because I low-key want to live in like a country where it's like I don't need to worry about like politicians are doing because they're not going to be as corrupt. I can really just focus on my own type of thing. But you know, since we live in a oppressive system, everybody like billionaires, but I gotta care about this stuff.
That's true. That's a good answer.
Yeah, it's not like I want to. I just have to because it's playing with my rights and I don't like that.
What would you focus on specifically? Like, what do you focus on?
So for me, I focus on things that have affected me or been affected by in the past. So things like criminal justice reform, underfunding, not having enough resources, I guess you could say, in the Black and brown communities, things of that nature, and also trying to destigmatize Black people because we are some beautiful and amazing people.
That's true. Second question is, how do you feel about Project 2025 and Agenda 47?
Well, I appreciate y'all for your answers.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
guys.
Thank you for sitting on the bench with us.
Yes, it was really fun. No, it's really good. Thank you guys, though.
Thank you for joining us today on Capitol Hill. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to learn something new. I'm Autumn Bishop. We'll see you next time.
When it comes to politics, it is important now more than ever to sit through the noise and get to the truth behind the headlines. Today, we're going to dive into some of the most talked about statements and claims surrounding the Project 2025 manifesto. I'm Bria, and let's check the facts. Number 1. Who's involved with writing it? Project 2025 was developed by a coalition of conservative scholars, political strategists, policy experts, and influential figures from various think tanks and political networks. Their combined expertise and shared visions for government reform allowed them to create a comprehensive blueprint aimed at redefining policy priorities, streamlining government functions, and reinforcing conservative values. What does it talk about? The project lays out an extensive roadmap for transforming federal government's by proposing specific policy reforms and operational changes. It addresses a broad spectrum of issues from reducing government bureaucracy and enhancing accountability to promote economic freedom and a stronger national security framework, providing both ideology, guidance, and actionable strategies for a future conservative administration. Is it being enacted currently? At present, Project 2025 serves as a strategic framework rather than a set of enacted policies. It is designed to guide future policy discussions and legislative priorities in the political landscape shifts in the favor of proponents, meaning that while it has sparked significant debate and planning, its proposals are not yet implemented as law. What's the difference between a manifesto and an agenda? A manifesto is a broad, inspirational declaration of core beliefs and long-term goals intended to rally support and outline a vision for change. Whereas an agenda is detailed plan of specific practical steps and policy actions intended to achieve that vision. In essence, while a manifesto communicates the overarching ideas and aspirations of a movement, an agenda translates those ideas into concrete, actionable plans for the governance. That's all for today. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the facts and myths in our ever-evolving world. Until then, I'm Bria. Don't forget to check the facts.
Panthers, I'm Bailey, and welcome to My Picks of the Week, where each week I'll bring you a new book, podcast, or documentary to keep you entertained and informed. This week, I'm recommending Surviving Autocracy by Masha Gessen. Drawing from their unique perspective, shaped by a Soviet childhood and decades of covering Russian totalitarianism, Gessen dissects the erosion of American democracy in recent years. They delve into how our institutions have been weakened, how our national identity has shifted from celebrating immigration to continuous debates over a border wall, and how truth itself has become increasingly malleable. Surviving Autocracy is both a stark warning about where we're headed and a vital guide for how we might reclaim our democratic values before it's too late. My second recommendation is 1984 by George Orwell, a chilling and timeless warning about the dangers of totalitarianism. Orwell's dystopian society is one where Big Brother controls every aspect of life through mass surveillance, censorship, and newspeak, a language intentionally designed to eliminate rebellious thought. In Orwell's world, the party rewrites history and manipulates reality to the point where resistance becomes nearly impossible. While written decades ago, 1984 remains eerily relevant today, highlighting the fragility of freedom and the lengths to which totalitarian regime will go to maintain control. Well, those are my picks of the week. So whether you're looking to engage with thought-provoking content or explore a new interest, I hope you found something that resonates with you. I'm Bailey Boyce. Thanks for watching.
Hey Panthers, I'm Khalid Evans, and this is your History Minute. Today's topic is the Federalist Paper. The Federalist Paper was a series of 85 essays written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay between 1787 and 1788, aimed at promoting the ratification of the United States Constitution. These essays were published in the newspaper and sought to explain and defend the proposed Constitution against disapproval, particularly those raised by opponents who feared a strong central government, and the Federalist Paper addressed various political theories, including the need for a balanced government structure, checks and balances, and the importance of a union for national stability. They played a crucial role in shaping American political thought and securing the Constitution adoption. I'm Kazadi Evans, and this was your History Minute.
Well, that's all for this week.
Make sure to follow KPVU-TV on all social media. Thanks for watching.